Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 7 with me, FalseSymmetry, and welcome guys back. I am actually really excited for today's episode. I have some fun plans, but we're going to be finding out about those a little bit later. I thought I would quickly update you guys on little things that have changed around here. We have some new signage. This one, of course, says false. Love it a lot. We even, I think, did a little bit of building in a stream. Ow, there's a building there. Oopsie. You think I would know what buildings are? Yeah, we also just added a few little bits and pieces around the place. Not that you can probably quite tell. Basically, I'm just working on little bits and pieces around here just to get it all done, because I've just realized not that long ago that there aren't too many spaces left to sort of fill. We do, of course, have interiors to make too, but I might have decided to keep those pretty simplified and potentially just keep them off video. I don't know if you guys would be interested, I guess, in seeing interiors. I guess if so, get to the comments below. But also, the biggest news about this place, which if you guys have noticed and you weren't in my stream, what has changed, the big thing that's changed, then GG to you. But yes, these walls are all now grey. There's no silly ravine in the corner, which was sort of there, if you remember. There's no granite, there's no andesite. We've got there's andesite. There's no granite, no diorite, and no ores. And honestly, it has changed the place for the better so very much. I think it looks very different. If you don't think so, I guess go back to my previous videos and see the difference for yourself, I guess. But anyway, I need to go to the town hall because I believe there are some signs we need to read before getting on with today's episode properly. So let's head on over there. Here back at town hall, and I feel like I do this fly into here every single episode. Do I not? Maybe I don't. I don't know. I guess I just do it a lot in general. But my goodness. Okay, grass and Mycelium. I think I know what's going to be going on here. Turf War end game. Yes, guys, if you haven't heard, I'm sure you have. There is an end game for the HEP versus the Resistance. And it's very interesting this time around. No war, just mini games. I'm very excited about this. And that does mean that, yes, I am making a mini game today. So the war has basically gone on enough. A finale has been agreed on. Each team are going to be creating 5 games each. It can be 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, etc. PvP games are allowed but not necessary. We're not going to be making PvP, as much as that would be very funny indeed to do. The games will begin on the 11th of December. Today is the 8th, so I do actually really need to rush this. We've got 7 days to create the mini game, or only a couple, because I was late. And basically, the team with the most points wins. Cool, and there are going to be little, I don't know what you'd call these things. If we win, these things would happen. So the Resistance must restore and pretty up the shopping district. And I think they've got the opposite over there. And then there's basically little things like this. So if you've got an idea for one for me to put on here, I'm not sure what the Resistance should do if we win. But I guess let me know below if you have any suggestions. But anyway, let's head on straight directly south to the minigame area, and let's get planning and sorted and start building our minigame. So seeing as though it's the 8th as I'm recording this clip, not too much has been done. Although, wow, the Resistance side have, kind of done some crazy stuff. Even someone is down there digging it out still. Oh my goodness. Okay, so people are working on it. Just there isn't a lot to, I guess, show for things right now. Zoom, I believe, has been busy here building this. I think he said it was going to be a dodgeball or something. I'm actually not certain, to be completely honest. I will need to check with him before we do anything with it. But dang, I am looking forward to potentially taking part in some of these things if players have made games that are not 1v1. Speaking of 1v1 though, my game is going to be 1v1. This game is actually inspired by a previous Hermitcraft minigame that we had on the server a long while ago. I knew something was up. The clouds were off. Okay, that is much better. But I was reminded of this game by a patron of mine, LaBoofty. So thank you so much, Boofty, for the reminder. And as you can see here, I've sort of got a plan. So yeah, this probably doesn't make very much sense to you, but let me get my shortcut boxes out there ready, and then we can get ready and build this thing. So I have built a pit that is being filled with water. Now, some of you guys may know already. If you do, I actually want you guys to guess down below. If you know what it is right now, I want to know that you know, okay? Because that's impressive. Although I can only really think of the one that I'm building that actually has any water in it. Anyway, I want to make sure this thing is completely filled up, so I'm going to fill up properly, make sure that we get the full height. I'm actually going to get rid of this as well, because we are going to make this thing, I think, 3 tall. Now, there is a very important reason for making this 3 tall. Now, originally, I was going to do this with blocks. I guess I should tell you guys what this is for, right? So basically, people are going to be going splash into this water from high up there. I mean, about 50 or so blocks up. Not too high, not like build limit, not like that aeroplane that's got no wings. But yeah, 50 blocks or so. And the idea is originally they were going to place a block. Obviously the blocks being grass or mycelium. But then, well, I tried it myself with placing blocks. And you can do that when it's 1 block deep, but it didn't have the same effect as the previous one we had in, I think, season 3, which of course we use lily pads for. So the idea is you drop down, you go splash into the water, and the idea is you are meant to right click with a lily pad and place the block down. I guess I should probably read the book to you. I've written a book. So the aim of the game is to outplay your opponent and survive the longest. Each player takes their turn to jump off the grass tower. It's going to be grass. Surprise, surprise. Every turn they're going to be placing a lily pad. Every time they fall and land themselves safely in the water. Obviously, every round gets more difficult the more lily pads are in the pond. And basically, you need to try and miss the lily pads, but also place one down. It's kind of a defensive and offensive game at the same time. So it's very, very cool. Anyway, that's what this is. So I've got the main thing here. This is 8 by 9. I think it's big enough. I mean, it could be too big, but that's fine. People can edit their videos if it's too long of a game. Anyway, I need to get some blocks together. So yeah, you know what? Let's work on this tower, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by grass tower. So by grass tower, I wrote in the book, I meant an actual grass tower. Now I'm talking grass blocks, but no ordinary grass blocks. I'm talking big grass blocks, 5 by 5 by 5 grass blocks. So the idea is we're going to have them stacked on top of one another. So that's 2, 3, 4, and then 5, of course, will be the grass, which I'm going to actually not use actual grass blocks. I was going to use those, but look how, I mean, the grass over here isn't great. We're in a mesa, so of course it's not going to look fantastic. Not as good as it could look, right? So instead of that, we're going to pretend that it's all going to be lush green grass, which of course we love, is our absolute favorite. And yeah, we're going to basically be doing this. So as you can see here, that is a grass block. I'm not going to actually fill it in because I want to have a way up in the middle of it. I'm also, I think, going to put in some brown concrete powder as well to, of course, sort of signify the sort of, what would you know, actually, I want a doorway. You know what? Let's add the doorways now. I think I'm going to put a doorway there and there so you can get in either way when you've fallen down. And yeah, I think, yeah, the idea is we're going to add the little dark bits to, of course, signify the little dark bits that you get in the side of the dirt. Of course, as we can see here. I'm not going to do grey, though. We'll leave it as is. So this thing's going to take a little while. We need to go at least 10 grass blocks of this size upwards. So wish me luck, and let's go ahead and roll that time lapse. So I've had to just make sure that this thing is spawn proof because, well, as you can see, there's a lot of ledges. There's a lot of ledges going up. But let's look at this thing a little bit farther back. Yep, that is definitely a tower of grass blocks. It looks better from certain angles, looks worse from certain angles. I think it's obvious what it is at least, but I think it's definitely going to look a lot better once I've got all of this down here done. And of course, I also think it's going to look a lot better once we have the extra little grass blocks, because I think that what we're going to do is actually have just a couple just surrounding, just for like extra decor, because I think if not, it's just going to look a little strange, right? It's just going to look sort of a little bit out of place. So I think if, you know, it's surrounded by other dirt blocks of the same stature, I think that is going to make a lot more sense. So let's build another couple. I think I'm going to build one here where I'm building it, and also, oh my goodness, the lag spikes over. The server's struggling a little bit today. I was going to build one over here as well on the diagonal. I was going to build a couple piles on top of this one, but I didn't really think about that too much, so I don't know about that. We'll figure it out as we go, and hopefully we'll have something at least look half decent. That's all I'm hoping for here with such a limited time spent to come up with a mini game. So yeah, this should hopefully at the very least look somewhat okay. Right, all of that done. I might actually add some more layer on. I haven't decided yet, but for now I'll just leave it as is. I might add another one of those behind and one on top to make sort of a pile of 3, just so it doesn't I don't know, I guess look so symmetrical. I want it to look a little bit sort of off, so I probably will add maybe one like here if it'll fit. I don't really want to block off, of course, the doorway, although actually, you know what, this actually could work really nicely by blocking off, yeah, so blocking off that, so it's very clear to come around here and into here, and then of course you can also do the same. Oh, you can't do the same this side. Okay, so I guess we don't need the doorway one side, so yeah, okay, so we'll have a sign here somewhere being like, this is the way up. Hopefully it's kind of obvious. Anyway, okay, that makes more sense. I didn't realize I did that, oopsie. So that's fine. So I'll get on with that another time, but I guess for now we need to sort out the front and stuff. So I'm gonna, I think, just add some more greenery. I'm probably gonna spread out this red sand a little bit more so that I can then do the same, like sort of this sort of thing with the concrete. And I just feel like the red sand gives it more contrast than against the grass. So that's why I did bring the red sand out, if you're wondering. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. I possibly could have built this thing a little bit further back and that would have been easier, but hey, I didn't do that, did I? So a little bit more of a red sand, a little bit more green concrete, and we should have a much better looking game, hopefully. So I've come up with an idea I think is quite cool. Shame the grass isn't the right color, but what do we feel about that? Just to add a little bit of depth. I feel like adding the grass actually still works, even though it's that weird sort of yellowy grass. Oh, I really like this. I like how this is coming along. Sorry, I'm actually just sort of winging it a little bit. Still haven't built that that cube back there, but I'm liking this. I think we just need to make it obvious that, well, I've made it obvious that one's grass, one's mycelium. I didn't want to just put it on signs. I feel like the item frames is nice. I just need to make sure that this is clear, that this is the way back up, because I don't want people getting lost on the way and not knowing back how to get up there. So yeah, and no elytras are allowed. So you know what, that's something I should probably put in the book. Just to be clear. Anyway, yeah, really liking how this looks. So let's continue with the adding the grass. So since I'm up here anyway, placing the lily pads I have, which is only 10, I will need to, well, it's more than 10 because I've added some 2 down there. I'm thinking we could add something to the book saying if you want a quicker game, just add some lily pads to the pond first, and then people actually have to obviously miss those from the beginning, because obviously it's quite easy at the beginning. There's nothing in the pond except for maybe a couple lily pads after 2 rounds. So yeah, I obviously need to make the way up and down. Well, this is the way down. But yeah, I thought I would test it out and just sort of show you that this is the route you would take down. And yeah, you've sort of got to just miss the lily pads, which I think they're a little bit smaller than a block, but you can't, if they're too close to each other, you can't, you know, fit through a gap anywhere. You really have to try and aim for a full block. So yeah, this is obviously going to get harder and harder as the game goes on. I should probably check that this actually kills you. I guess it's time for test dummy false. Oh dear. Of course I say to test drive it when I haven't even got the water there yet. So I'm going to have to use this to come up. And I think what I'm going to do is just aim for a lily pad. Doing exactly the opposite of what I'm supposed to do. Or you know what, I'm actually gonna throw these down so that I can get to them when I need them. So I'm just gonna go wee like that and wee like that. There we go. Catch you in a bit, blocks. So I'm going to aim, I guess, for those two. Probably easiest to aim for, right? And splat. Perfect. It works. Huzzah! In for all the hammers are like, what the heck, False? Are you okay? Yes, I'm good. I'm good. It's in the name of science and mini games. And anyway, I did have 42 levels, which is a little bit sad. But hey, can I actually get them back? Oh yeah, they're just hanging out in the water. Of course they are. Cool. Anyway, that's how the game shouldn't go. Just in case you were wondering. I say the hermits would care. They're all AFK. They don't even know. I don't even know what I'm up to. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, still, by the way, this is the next day that I'm recording this. There's still no mini games. Goodness knows when the mini games are happening. But anyway, at least mine will be built. That makes me a happy False. Oh dear. Well, I was chilling here looking at the statues book. I hear a thump. Guess who it is? Mr. Corrales leaping. I mean, I guess he dropped from the sky. I'm not sure. Will I be expanding more this way? Nope. This is it. What? Is he building a minigame? I'm confused. I sort of left the grass area for Corrales. Yep. I don't know what Corrales is building there. Oh, you know what? He's you building around Tango's. I think I got it. I was gonna say, is he building a minigame around the corner? I bet he's building something around this. Right? I gotta be right. That's the plan. Sweet. Okay, cool. See, I know what's going on around the server. Guys, I'm not a complete noob. Anyway, I am a complete noob because I've got a statues book, which I think is an old one, and I can't seem to find the invisible item frames, which I want for the arrows that point people in this direction. Right, and with that, I think we are done. The only thing I need to do is collect some lily pads, which I'm going to do in my stream this evening. And once it's all filled up, it will be ready to go. It's a very, very simple game. We have fixed the way up. I've also made the item frames invisible. Does mean that the arrows are a little harder to see, but I'm sure the hermits can work it out at this point. But yeah, the bubble elevator works perfectly. We've made the whole thing spawn proof. There's some lights underneath here. And of course, the lily pads are here, ready for when you want to jump down, which, again, that's how you do it. It's actually kind of fun, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, so I think we are good to leave the area. So hopefully when I'm next back here, well, after dropping the lily pads off, there should be a bunch of mini games. I'm loving the progress of all of these. The Mycelium guys have got some pretty huge things going on. I feel like this is some sort of flying course. I'm pretty sure Tango's got some crazy thing there. Azuma's got a crazy dodgeball sort of thing there. And honestly, it's kind of exciting seeing these all pop up at the same time, because honestly, usually minigames sort of take a little while. They sort of trickle in slowly, so seeing a bunch pop up at the same time is actually kind of different for Hermitcraft, I feel like, at this point. So yeah, very excited to see those and play some of those, and yeah, let's hope HEP wins. Right, well, now we're back at base. It only makes sense to finish up the episode by working on a little project I've been preparing. One extra little building that I've left as a frame for far too long, and it is, in fact, this little boat way up here. Now, I was going to try and come up with something mechanical, but then I looked at the rest of this stuff, and I was like, it's not really steampunky, it's more the cyberpunk, but maybe less of the punk and more of the just city vibes. I don't even know. Very futuristic either way. But yeah, I thought, you know what, let's just build this thing and take some ideas from different things. I really want to take this idea here of this light grey. I think I really want to definitely put a sign on the front of it, and I definitely want to do something like this with the windows where they're sort of horizontal. So I want to pinch ideas from down there to bring it up here so that hopefully they don't look too different from one another. But I've got all my blocks on me. I might run out of smooth red sandstone, and I literally just don't have the time to go grab some more. So again, another project for a live stream. But yeah, this thing has been sitting here blank for far too long, so I guess let's go ahead and roll one last time lapse. Well, here we have it, guys. So close to finishing. Let's get in the air and have a look at it. And by finishing, I mean finishing the city. Like, I feel like there's definitely so much more we can do. Let's say hello to dog. Yeah, I feel like we're so close. I mean, there are still like at least a handful of ideas I already have in my head that I want to do. Of course, this space here, I want to, of course, add something in, let me slow down, in this space. You see this over here? I want to do something there. And, yeah, I don't know. I guess we potentially can do stuff with the walls. I don't know. If you got any suggestions of things that you feel like should be added to this city, then let me know down below. But yeah, really quite like this building. There isn't an interior as of now. Maybe in the future we will add one, but I wanted to keep this thing simple. Just wanted it to have the same vibe as down below, because then hopefully from above at least, yeah, the city looks a bit more complete and a bit more connected to the outer areas of the base. That's the whole plan. I'm even thinking of adding some little buildings on the side here. I think I might do that. So yeah, very excited to see this project take shape, and hopefully you guys are too. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Leave a like, of course, if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.